one key person, I think, which is
Bill, yeah.
Bill. But let's do and we'll need him for item 3. But item 1, if I can proceed with that, the approval of minutes should, of course, be for the December 2nd meeting, not for November 14. We approved those on December 2nd. Are there any comments or suggested changes to the minutes? If not, can I have a proposal to approve those minutes? Anyone? Okay, Tony proposes. Welcome, Bill. We moved to item 1. We didn't want to wait, so we're doing the minutes. Do we have a seconder? The minutes?
Second.
Sure.
Right. Okay, fine. All in favor?
Aye.
Done.
Aye.
So item 2 is just, I think, for noting really the proposed meeting.
Sorry, Rob.
Yeah.
And those were the December 2nd minutes,
Yeah,
correct? We just
Right.
Sorry, we dealt with that before you joined. December 2nd.
Sorry.
Minutes. Yeah. November,
Okay, good.
Pointed out, we approved already. So just to approve, item 2 is the minutes, the meeting schedule for 2025. And Mary, thanks for, all the back and forth you've undertaken with this. But it looks to me like we settled on having the meetings on a Wednesdays every time at 8:30, because we've kind of in the past been all over the map. One thing was always consistent, they were at 8:30 in the morning, the start of everyone's day, so we did this, but we had them on every day of the week. But I don't know if there's anything you want to say, but it's there. But I think they're all on a Wednesday now, right?
Yeah, I'm going to miss the June one because I'm away that week, but I just sent you guys a.
No good. Okay.
Yeah.
I realize any of us can be absent for any given meeting. I mean, it's cool if we are all there, but quite understood. People
That was.
sometimes
sorry.
people can't even join with Zoom. Yeah. Sorry,
Right.
Mary.
I was just going to indicate, I went back and forth with Pam, and Pam then worked with Deanna and stuff. And this is what worked for best consistency throughout the year in their schedule. So that's why we kind of, that's why what they proposed, and it was fine with me. The 8:30 was most important, I think.
Yeah. Okay. And everybody's got the schedule a couple of days ago. I haven't had, other than the one that Janet can't miss, will miss. No one seems to have raised any objections, and not a bad idea to have them all on this, on a Wednesday. So happy with that. So can we approve the schedule?
Motion to approve.
Okay.
Second.
So you got a proposal from Bill and the second from Janet, and all in favor, right?
Aye.
All carried unanimously. So item 3, main purpose of this meeting is the audit committee or internal audit subcommittee report. The committee met last week. I forget which the day was, public meeting. And Bill, I'll turn it over to you as chairman of the subcommittee to.
So the committee met January 3rd, and we've had some continued back and forth with CLA. I was hoping that we would be in a position to have it completely finalized. Due to some unforeseen circumstances, we're not quite ready. So we may require one more hybrid meeting in the not too distant future. But I think we're in pretty good shape. And as a reminder, this in the initial internal audit sort of scoping will be focused on expenses and payables, and it will really be comprised of 4 work streams: sort of the procurement process audit, the purchase card use and process audit, vendor management process audit, and the accounts payable. So think of it as a end-to-end procure to pay, with the intention to also include, anything with respect to related party transactions. This will first focus on just expenses and sort of operating expenses and payables. Capital would likely be a second follow-on project. As I said, we're not quite there, Rob. Apologies on that, but I think we're getting very close. So
Can
will
can
have
you
to
give
come.
us any insight to, sorry, Bill, if I'm interrupting, into what the nature of the outstanding issues is?
I think it's largely ministerial, but it's just it's not quite ready for full blown kind of consumption, if you will.
Yeah. Okay. And question one further question for me. I mean, you have do you have a fee more or less agreed that's within the budget that that was
Yeah.
approved from an
Yes, we
audit
have
for
a
this
fee
fiscal
that
year?
they initially wanted, on top of their fee, they initially had requested a sort of a technology surcharge, and they've agreed to waive that. And all of their travel and miscellaneous expenses are inside the number as well.
Mm,
So I think, and they've pushed out, rather than requesting that invoices, mandate that they be in 30 days, they've agreed to push it out to 45 days. So I think on the economics of it, I think we're in good shape.
mm. Okay, so right, because we have to live within budgets clearly, yeah. And
Yeah.
I imagine we'll see as we go that if there's a second project on capital expenditure that may fall into the next fiscal year new budget. But I mean, let's not jump the gun
Right.
there.
Yeah.
Dr. I just have a question. If these are sort of as Bill described ministerial matters, I mean, what we've done as an audit committee in the past, even a year ago, with the ACFR, there were we reviewed it as a committee at a December meeting, and then there were a few loose ends to tie up to be agreed, changes to be made, and the committee, delegated that to, as actually Chuck and myself, to finalize those and not call the committee back into session. I mean, unless Bill feels he needs to come back to us, I mean, can we delegate the wrap up of the agreement with CLA to the committee? At the end of the day, Deanna's the one who's going to sign it, but can you answer that, or do we have to come back into session? I don't know if you know.
I mean, I'd be comfortable with that. I defer, though, obviously, to the whole committee to make that decision.
I think
And
that,
obviously, I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
I think that would be fine. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
and
Mary, it's
if
you and me. I mean, if we trust these three
Right.
people, when we're talking about issues that do not sound as though they're of substance to the project or what it's going to cost, it's
Correct.
it's Pam, it's for Deanna, for Tucker, and all of us got to sort of get together. I mean, if you feel there's a need, obviously you call a meeting. But Bill, I'm very happy to leave that to your judgment. If we're allowed
Why
to.
don't we do that? Why don't we assume that the subcommittee is empowered, but obviously, if there's anything that we certainly know when to hey, reconvene the entire
Okay.
group if there's anything that requires a full discussion.
Okay, so can we put it to a vote on that basis, that we delegate approval of the engagement? I mean, I'm not sure how we word this, Tucker. I mean, because it's at the end of the day, the first selectman has to sign it, but whatever the language is, we delegate it to the subcommittee.
Yeah,
on the
I don't know if
understanding.
you need an official vote. I think you've all,
Right.
the understanding is there, and
Super.
I think that's adequate.
Super. Thank you very
I
much,
think
Mary. So
technically
just
it would be-
noted on that basis.
I'll note that.
Yep.
Rob, I think technically it would be in the form of a SOW or a statement of work,
Yeah.
and it would be a schedule attached to the MSA.
Yeah, right. Got it. And Diane, do you have anything to add? Any comments on this?
No,
Good.
we're good. So far,
Good.
yep.
Yeah, and maybe this is for you, Diane, or Anne. I don't know who's handling it. On the Cohen Resnick thing, we haven't heard anything more from them, I guess. Have we? Otherwise, you would have told us.
And out to the full committee.
Okay, so we'll move on. All right. So I think hopefully, are we hoping to start in February? Bill, would you anticipate?
I would love to start in February.
Okay, well, let's hope, yeah.
I think, yeah, I would love to start in February. That's the objective, and I think there's a very good chance we could start early February.
Well, subcommittee, thanks for all your good work and hard work on this over the holiday period to get us to where we are, which is good. All right. Any questions on item 3 from anyone else or comments? No. Okay. Then let's go to item 4. Can we have a motion to adjourn the meeting?
Also move.
Second.
Okay, all in favor? Good. Meeting adjourned. Thank you, everyone. Enjoy this nice sunny day.
Thank you.
I'll talk soon. Thanks.
Okay,
Bye,
great.
everybody.
Thanks.